Well, in this video, we discuss question 3 for this November 2018 question paper. In the description box, as usual, you'll find my links for other questions on Pendulile for the question paper. So as for question 3, it's an analytical geometry question. It seems like a triangle KLN. Okay. Now, the question lena in the diagram, K, L, and N are vertices of triangle KLN such that angle LKN is equal to 78.69 degrees, and then KL intersects the x-axis at P. KL is produced. KL, where's KL? KL then is produced. And then the inclination of Kn is theta. Now Kn, the angle of inclination is theta. And then the coordinates of M are -3 and -5. Right, 3.1. Calculate 3.1.1 the gradient of Kn. Okay, it's a straightforward one. Since Paspile, my coordinates got K and my coordinates got N, we can just plug into this formula. Gradient mkn is equal to yk minus yn over xk minus xn. So now substitute my coordinates k and n are given. So yk is 2, yn is -1, xk is -1, and then xn is 1, right? So 2 subtract -1 is positive 3 divided by a -2. So our answer is 3 over -2. This is our gradient. 3.1.2, the size of theta, the inclination of Kn. So for now, the inclination of Kn, so start to calculate the gradient Kn, and the angle of inclination of Kn. As with the gradient, the angle of inclination is calculated as using this formula tan theta equal to mkn. But let's be careful, let's be clear on something. This theta in the formula, this theta on the formula, lo theta lo will represent this angle, right? Will represent this angle for Kn, and then the theta is imfunayo, it's this one. So therefore, let us substitute the gradient here too. We have something like tan theta equal to -3 over 2. -3 over 2. So therefore, lana sizoba no shift tan 3 over 2 equal to 56.31 degrees, right? So take this angle as a reference angle here to, so lana 53 or 50, yeah, 56.31 degrees is this angle. Tinasfuna theta. So therefore, since this angle, let's start to calculate, and this theta, my angle is on a straight line, the theta is in fact equal to 180 degrees minus 56.31 degrees, and then theta is about equal to 123.69 degrees. So let us check. Sometimes in balankichi manje. So let us check. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes. So this is our angle theta. 3.2. So that the gradient of KL is equal to 1. Gradient ka KL, where's KL? So it's this one. KL, this line, Lena. KL. So for no combis with the gradient for KL is equal to 1. But there's a problem la. The problem being that now my coordinates gabani ga L, so I cannot calculate a gradient directly using the gradient formula. So we have to have a way of calculating the gradient ga KL Okay, so we explore now go 3.2 for now. Let us do this 3.2 bheka ke manje. Okay, for gradient mk ngizodinga okay. Okay, bheka la. This k p o, this triangle KPO, this triangle has an external angle of 123.69 degrees, right? So this external angle and this angle is also calculated the angle of inclination for KL. So inside the angle of inclination for KL to calculate the gradient. Makes sense, yes? Alright, bheka-ke manje. So sebenzisa le formula le, the angle, this angle asibiza ngo KPO. Angle KPO, which is the angle of inclination. Angle KPO is the angle of inclination, is equal to gradient MK. So in other words, lana I need to calculate the angle of inclination yamla. Uzodinga ukuthi calculate the angle of inclination. So I calculate kanjani? Using the external angle of a triangle. KPO, this angle, plus LKN, this angle is equal to theta, the external angle. So therefore, let us substitute and making KPO the subject of the formula. I'll have KPO equal to theta is 123.69, and then this angle PKN or PKO is equal to 78.69 degrees. Let us calculate 123.69 minus 78.69 degrees is equal to 45 degrees. Is equal to 45 degrees. So KPO is equal to 45 degrees. Voila. So iba obvious again as figure la, we just substitute the KPO into the tan. KPO equal to MKL, then we calculate here. Sibona. Tan 45, obvious, it's equal to 1. Therefore, we just showed the gradient for MKL is in fact equal to 1. So this is our answer for 3.2. 3.3, determine the equation of the straight line KL. So if we calculate the equation of a straight line on a Cartesian plane, the equation of a straight line analytical geometry, inside this formula, I think erase la. Alright, 3.3. So inside this formula, y minus y1 equal to mkl in bracket x minus x1. So you need a point and a gradient. So the point in ngalo nala. So 7k and the gradient kl to calculate the equation of the straight line. So y1 2, x1 is negative 1, and then mkl sim calculate so to mkl in the previous question is equal to 1. Then I substitute, and then after substituting in solve lama brackets the negative and the negative approaches 1, and then in distributor the 1 inside the bracket in total x plus 1. Then in transpose the 2 we figure out positive 2, and then y is equal to x plus 3. So this is the equation for KL. Now see with 3.4, okay, la 3.3, 3.4, 3.1. In fact, most of the questions, that's why in so far, this is where you grab marks. Straight line, finding the equation of a straight line. Calculating a gradient, this is where you grab marks. Calculating a midpoint, nyakjel. Okay, 3.4 is for the length as well as the length when calculating a length sisebenzisa this formula. Okay, so since ngifuna i-length ka-kn, formula yami izoba this way: xn minus k, or everything in the bracket squared, plus yn minus yk in the bracket squared. Then you substitute ama-coordinates ka-n, ama-coordinates ka-k. Now let's go. Yn 1, xk is minus 1, yn is what? Is minus 1, yk is 2. Then we are go calculator yakho, open bracket 1 minus 1, close bracket, close the bracket squared, plus minus 1, minus 2, close bracket squared. This is equal to square root 13. So now I answer here too. It's the square root of 13. The square root of 13. So okay, lena ngizoyishiya la, right? They didn't say convert or write your answer in such and such decimal places, bavele bathi calculate the length. So mina ngizoyishiya la, right? Ngizoyishiya la 3.5. It is further given that Kn is equal to Lm. Kn, this is Kn is equal to bani Lm. Interesting. L bani m. Lm. Kn is equal to Lm, right? Bheka nangizoconnecta la. If ever ngiconnecta lama points la, I get a quadrilateral. We're not sure what type of quadrilateral is this, but nangiconnecta lapha ngithola a quadrilateral, right? So it can be a parallelogram, a square, a rectangle, yeah, between the two. But anyway, so since it's very given that the opposite sides, or Kn, is equal to Lm, calculate the possible coordinates of bani of L. The possible coordinates of bani L. Alright, ke lana ama coordinates ka L singawathola kanjani mara? Alright. The coordinates for L, singathi they are the point of intersection between this line Lm and the line bani KL, right? And the line KL. Bheka ke manje, I do have the equation for KL. Calculated as x plus bani 3, but I don't have the equation for line Lm. So if ever ufuna ama coordinates, you can use ama simultaneous equations. If ufuna ama coordinates of a point, you can use a simultaneous equation, which is something esoyisebenzisa la ku 3.5.1 sizosebenzisa that approach. But there's a problem la, I don't have the equation for this line, right? But I'm given a piece of information that Kn ulingana no bani no Lm. These two are equal, so it means Lm is equal to bani square root 13, right? So bheka ke manje, I can set up an equation connecting L as well as M, connecting the 2 points, right? Which is 0.76 distance formula. Since bangiphe ini the length kabani ka Lm, I can use the distance formula to have sort of like an equation, but not the actual equation for line Lm, but an equation a link M no bani no L. You will see in ngathi uzobona at a later stage ukuthi this can be imagined as a circle, and then this is just a line touching the circle. So it's basically a circle intersecting with a straight line. Thina sifuna ama coordinates kabani ka L. Okay, but anyway, sengiya deeper ke manje. Right now into engizoyenza ngizo-erase lana and then sizodiscuss our 3.5.1. Alright, now 3.5 3.5.1 Kn is equal to Lm. It means Lm is equal to square root bani 13. So let us first asicale derive an equation for Lm, or connect an equation that connects to L no bani no M. So Lm is equal to, it's a distance formula. So mina ngifuna ukuremove the square root. Why? Because of I don't like my equations, or it's not a good idea to have my equations with my square roots, especially when doing it guys simultaneous, when solving my equations simultaneously. So remove the square root by squaring both sides, then you substitute again. So I'm going to square root 13. I'm going to square root 13 squared equal to this. So lana give about 13 equal to x plus 3 squared plus y plus 5 squared. Let us call this equation 1. Now equation 2 samkhumbula equation KL is equal to y, is y equal to x plus 3. This is equal to equation 2. Then ngiyothatha equation 2 ngimsubstitute to equation 1, since y is the subject of the formula. So you substitute our equation 2 into equation 1, then where there's y ngiyofaka x plus 3. So about 13 equal to x plus 3 squared plus x plus 3 plus 5 squared. 13 is equal to, so I simplify this bracket, give about x squared plus 3 times x is 3x times 2. So give about 6x lana plus 9 So therefore lana give out x plus bani plus 8 squared 13 equal to, so therefore lana is just basic algebra. Or another way of doing lama brackets now, you can just produce lama bracket I2 and then you multiply lana your total x squared, 8 times x is 8x times 2, you have 16 x plus 8 times 8, that is 64. Then you simplify accordingly at like terms. So therefore I think 13 is equal to 2x squared 6x plus 16x is what? Is 24, is it? 22x, and then what else? 9 plus 64. What is 9 plus 64? 9 plus 64, isn't it 50? Yabalega le maths. Okay, 64 is equal to 73. 73. Ngicabanga amapapa mina manje. Ngilambile. So tangidlanga kahle. Okay, minus 13. 0 is equal to 2x squared plus like about 60, so it's 22x plus 60 now, and then ngisebenzisa ini quadratic formula or the factoring method. So mina ngizoyenza so ngizodivide ngo2 throughout, ngizosebenzisa factoring method. So ngiyoba no x squared, 2 divided by 2 is 2, 0 divided by 2 is 0, 22 divided by 2 11x plus 60 divided by 2 is what? Is 30. Okay, so lana about 0 equal to x, and then it's what, 5 times, yes, 5 6 5 and 6, so it's plus, so my x value is equal to, x value amokuqala uzoba equal to minus 5, and then the other x value about equal to minus 6. So let us think again, man. Let us think for a moment. Let us think for a moment. The possible coordinates of L. Okay, so we don't have to choose with which one is more likely between x equal to minus 5 or x equal to minus 6. But lana, we need both coordinates, since but the possible coordinates of L, so we need both coordinates. We need to code both yama coordinates. So now in things you substitute x into the equation 2, so that ngithola the y value. But the more likely coordinate, if bebasibuzile leyo question, bheka x equal to 5 somewhere la, x equal to 6 somewhere la. So therefore the most likely x coordinate about x equal to minus 6. The most possible y coordinate, it's so 7, so x equal to minus 6. But anyway, the y coordinate for u5 equal to minus 5 plus 3, that is equal to minus 2. Y is equal to negative 3 for this one, and then for this one. So my coordinates got L are possible now. Okay, now la, the first coordinate one negative 5 and negative 2. The other one, let's say the other one negative 6 and negative 3. So these are the possible coordinates for L. 3.5.1, siya 3.5.2. Determine the coordinates of L game. If it is given that KLM is a parallelogram. So let me erase lana. So that we can do this calculation for 3.5.2. Alright, again now, but he is taller the coordinates of L, man. If it is given that KLM is a parallelogram, so let us connect lama points KM no MN. We'll get something like this now. So now connect, just like I've mentioned before, this shape, it could be a rectangle or a parallelogram, right? So this is a parallelogram. Now in a parallelogram, I know that diagonals, right? The diagonals are what? Since ngifuna calculate ama coordinates ka L, okay, they just made life easy and okay, this is a parallelogram. I have this point, and this point. The 3 vertices are my points, right? So it means I can play around with the midpoint, right? A midpoint. So siyazi with one of the properties of a parallelogram is that ama diagonals, they bisect each other. So it means that this point la, where the diagonals meet, form a midpoint between the opposite vertices. So lana ke sizothi sifuna ama coordinates kabani ga L. Sifuna ama coordinates ka L, right? So asiyenze so ke sizocala ukucalculate I midpoint. So qala ngokucalculate midpoint la. So the midpoint, so a calculator, let's say the midpoint is x and y, which is equal to so sebenzisa k no m to find the midpoint. So the midpoint is what again? X minus 1 plus minus 3, it's negative 3 divided by 2. So basically eta ama x coordinates, and then yabuya eta ama y coordinates. 2 plus negative 5, it's negative 5 divided by 2. So eta this one and this one, this one and this one and divide on 2. So the coordinates for the midpoint, it's -1 minus 3, it's -4. -4 divided by 2 is -2. -2 minus 5 is -3. -3 over 2. So this is our answer. La ma coordinates were midpoint together. The midpoint, now my coordinates were corn. So therefore, the midpoint can also be calculated using remember, see, calculate coordinates were midpoint now above. It's -3 and 2. So the midpoint can also be calculated using ubani coordinates ka n nobani no l. Since l is unknown, so I'm calculator using the midpoint. So xl plus xn divided by 2, yl plus yn divided by 2. This is equal to m. xl ubani, we don't know, so it's xl plus xn plus 1 divided by 2. Yl unknown, yn plus yn ubani -1. So let's say -1 right away divided by 2. So therefore the -2 is in fact equal to xl plus 1 divided by 2. Cross multiply, total out -4 xl plus 1. So xl is over equal to -5. And then siyabuya city -3 over 2 equal to yl minus 1 divided by 2. You multiply ngani LCD, or I just cross multiply, but mina multiply LCD la, which is 2. Nang multiply ngo2 ngithola -3. Multiply ngo2 ngapha nyoba no yl minus 1. Transpose ngithola yl is equal to -3 plus 1 is -2. So therefore the coordinates for L is what? Just like, oh, interesting. Okay, meaning assume good. Okay, since the point really good than since okay, I just told you x equal to 5 ngathi mean. So I told you x equal to -6 ngato you by that one. But anyway, lana sevasikhombisile ukuthi the coordinates are in fact -5 and -2. So out of the two coordinates as were calculated on the previous question, the one A correct, it's the L -5 minus 2. Now 3.6, the last question, T is a point on KL. KL, T is a point on KL. T is a point on KL produced. KL, so T is somewhere, right? Produced. TM is drawn such that TM is drawn such that this TM is equal to LM. Where's LM? Now LM. So this TM is equal to that LM. Calculate the area of triangle KTN. KTN. Wow. Okay, I think erase la. Then so redraw a sketch list. Sale triangle in question. Alright, 3.6. Alright, okay. Let us read the question one more time. T is a point on KL. Produced, right? So now to KL produced. Should let T way to somewhere la. The T will be somewhere here. And then basically the TM is drawn. TM is drawn such that TM is equal to LM. Such that TM is equal to Bani LM, this length, right? And then usakumbulu to LM is also equal to Bani KN. So it also means that Okay, interesting. Asiqhubeke nayo. Calculate the area of triangle KTN. Triangle KTN is this triangle KTN. Sifuna the area for this triangle. I do have the length for Kn, which is square root 13. Okay, so in order to calculate the area for this triangle, I cannot use half base times height, since this is not a right angle triangle. Instead, in your inside the area rule, I need the length yang upper as well as the length yang upper, or the lengths between this angle, in order to calculate using sine rule. So I need this length, right? But I don't have the coordinates for t, or do I? Or do I have? Remember, this length is equal to this length. Tm ulingana nobani no lm. Remember this thing living here in Salapa. It turns out x equal to -5. It's the x value for this one. Bese nabu L by 2 esiba calculate la, right? So by producing the KL, the KL, the x equal to -6 is in fact the x value, or the other coordinates for L are the coordinates for bani, for t, since LM ulingana no bani no TM. Therefore the coordinates for t, so wathatha as -6 minus bani 3. Now we can calculate the length kabani ka KT. So KT length is equal to the square root of xk minus xt squared plus yk minus yt squared. Then you substitute again lana. So mang substitute la kt is equal to that, and then I calculate again. Let us go. So let us do it quick. -1 minus lies plus 7 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 squared. This is equal to 5 square root 2. 5 square root 2. So lana is equal to 5 square root bani 2. So now saying no kt, kn, and an angle between the two lengths. So the area now is half times kt times kn times sine angle 78.69 degrees. Voila. Remember, the area rule says area is equal to half times a times b times sine c, right? The angle must be between the two given lengths. So this is equal to 1/2 kt. It's 5 square root 2 times kn, square root 13 square root 13, and then times sine 78.69 degrees. Then we calculate again. Abasho within how many decimal places? So it turns into 2 decimal places get here. So now it's 5 square root 2 close bracket, and then square root 13 close bracket times sine 78.69. Answer is 12.50 equal to 12.50 square units. Okay, right. Well, the question is dragging more than the time I expected to. like I thought ukuthi izoba short this video, but it dragged longer because of nama questions amanye they need ama calculations amade as well, right? So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Nangabe uyi-enjoyile this video, ungakhohlwa ukushare nomngane wakho, ungakhohlwa ukulike. Nangabe kunento disagree nayo wherever la ngicalculate khona, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below, and the description box uzothola ama links for other questions engiwaphendulile. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Asibonane on the next one. Bye bye.